Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming out in Lightning Overdrive. We're going to be talking about this new fairy/dragon support that's coming out, and this new dragon card could be potentially insane. If you're excited about something crazy and insane in Yu-Gi-Oh, drop a like on this video because you're about to see it, but let's go ahead and hop right into it. So the first card we're going to be taking a look at is a Holy Knight CL. So this is support for the Fairy Dragon archetype. The Holy Knight archetype is a little bit underwhelming right now. It definitely needs way more support. We're just getting a lot more cards for them, so this is really cool. So anyways, this is Holy Knight CL. Here is the zoomed up artwork on it. It is going to be a level 4 light fairy monster with 1700 attack and 800 defense points. And its effect reads that you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is, if this card is in your hand, you can return a level 7 light dragon monster or one Holy Knight monster you control in the hand, except for Holy Knight CL, to special summon this card. So basically it regains your effects, because some of these monsters in the archetype will get its effect like when it's summoned as kind of a disruption. And then the second part of it says, if you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon one level 7 light dragon monster from your hand. So fairy dragons is what this is all about. And we are actually getting our first Skypiercer, and which happens to also be a level 7 light dragon. Now the Skypiercers, I'm not sure if they're going to be their own archetype, but this technically got hyped up back a while ago. But there's actually a really cool insane combo that could be potentially insane over here. Now I'll go ahead and go over the effect first. So anyways, this is Bahartiya, the Skypiercer of the Light. Here is the zoomed up artwork. It is going to be 2000 attack, 2400 defense points, light dragon 7. And it says that you can tribute summon this card by tributing one effect monster. Then it says that you can only use this card's name second effect once per turn. The first effect is, during your opponent's main phase, if your opponent adds a card or cards from their deck to their hand outside of drawing, and this card is in your hand, you can activate this effect immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon this card. So instant access to potentially easy getting it out. Plus, some of the monsters that you might tribute will get like, bonus effect while this card is tributed for like even nothing. Some of the, the Heraldic Dragons, they get their effects regardless of how it's tributed, but they might get an effect via if it's tributed via a like level 7 light for the archetype. But anyways, more bonus effects potentially with this. And the second part of it says, if this card is normal or special summon from the hand, you can activate this effect. Your opponent banishes cards from the top of their deck face down equal to the number of cards in their hand. Then your opponent shuffles their hand into the deck, and if they do, they add the cards banished by this effect to their hand. Because this is I want to say a two-part effect, you could maybe do an insane disruption. I'm going to need your guys' help in the community to think of what cards would interact with this, because there's an older combo for those of you guys that been here on the channel for a long time. You guys might remember that broken combo that makes the opponent lose all of their cards. It had to do with Protector of the Sanctuary, and whenever they would go ahead and basically draw a card, you'd be able to get this out with like Disturbance Strategy, and then your opponent would shuffle their hand in the deck, and then they would draw a bunch of cards. But because of Protector and the Sanctuary, you'd make it so your opponent could not draw cards except during the draw phase. Now this card is a little different because it doesn't like draw the cards. They're adding the cards banished specifically by this effect back to their hand. I'm not positive if you go ahead and disrupt just one of the cards, if this effect can even resolve, because it's not optional how many they're adding. So it could potentially be a combo where you're just basically putting back one of the banished cards and then they lose their entire hand. That's pretty game breaking and insane. I don't know any card off the top of my head that has like a quick effect. However, if you guys remember Legendary Fisherman number 3 over here, what it does, the first part of the effect, it doesn't really matter. The most important part is, now unfortunately it would have to get this effect during your turn, but I'm just saying that there are probably cards that exist, but I'm going to need your guys' help here. So this card, Legendary Fisherman number 3, says once per turn you can return as many of your opponent's banished cards as possible to the graveyard, then the first battle effect damage becomes doubled. That's not really what matters. What matters is that effect go ahead and return. Now this is not a quick effect, it's just that there is definitely some more things in Yu-Gi-Oh for sure that can manipulate the banished cards back to the graveyard or whatever the case may be. So I'm wondering if there's any other quick effect that you guys know about, like either a trap card or whatever the case may be, because the summoning condition of this card isn't that hard. Some cards will just let you, like, this effect it goes off of itself, but even if they don't do this, I'm sure someone's gonna figure it out in the comment section below. What's a card that like moves a banished card from your opponent's like banish zone? It is face down, so that can be a little bit more tricky because most of the newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards don't let you interact with face down, but there's probably some old Yu-Gi-Oh card that someone's gonna be like, dude, I figured it out. So let me know in the comment section below what crazy combos that you guys can think of by just, again, I'm not sure if, again, it all depends on the wording because it does technically say then, so it's like a two-part effect here. So you can make, so they banish the cards and then they shuffle it and it says if they do, so that part has to happen first. And they add those banished cards. But if you're able to interrupt it in between this part of the effect, it all depends, again, also on the TCG ruling how these effects and words are going to be on the official card when it comes out. But I think that this card could be absolutely insane to go ahead and have one of those combos that's really dumb. That's like, oh, you just lose your hand, GG's. It's going to make people pretty salty. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards and that insane combo that potentially someone will figure out. But thanks for tuning, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. And if you're new here and you want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or when that combo comes out and you want to see gameplay of it, subscribe to that battle and you'll definitely see it very soon. But take care, guys, and I will catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace. Also, there's 2 videos up on the screen. If you'd like to click on them, you can watch them.